Okay, today we have a Dollar Tree diorama haul. I've been trying not to buy so many things because I do have a lot of diorama items already that I have to go through, and so many projects that I want to do and build. But I was super inspired by, I guess, first it was finding one of these cups, and I saw this, and this is what and it just sent me down a rabbit hole of getting all kinds of things, because this little base, I guess we should, oh no, I'm not prepared with scissors or anything, but I thought there were so many purposes for this. As soon as I saw it, I thought, that is a coffee table. And then I went around. I like to get all of the things when I'm making a diorama and get them all from the same store. So I guess I can tell you where to go. Or it's just kind of fun to say that this is all from the Dollar Tree, which it is. And I mean, you can see that my style is a little bit more industrial. So it does help that, I mean, that I don't paint things and that I like the natural wood that we find things there. But I thought that these palettes would exactly be the perfect thing for a tabletop. And you can see right here, I didn't glue it down yet, but I have put this down. I think you would just put some hot glue on here if you wanted to make it stayable and not mix and match these things up. But I mean, I do like to keep my things a little more versatile, so I see so many possibilities for this, and we will talk about some more possibilities for this in the upcoming in this video. I'll tell you later when we get to it. Other ideas I have that, but in my own space in real life, I do like wrought iron, black iron in my bed frame is made with black metal, and I like those accents. I have black metal light fixtures and things. So you can see in this place I do have the mat there also in black. But when I do like to add color, I like to bring in green, so with plants, and then when in the art, and I noticed that they had these easels here, which I really loved, and there were a few patterns. There were even other nicer ones. Well, not, I don't know if nicer, but there were different varieties, but I just thought that these two would definitely fit my aesthetic. And I don't know if I can show you putting it on the wall. I still have to put my moldings on my front wall here in my diorama, but you can see in the back. I guess that these would look good. I don't know how to hang art on molded walls, but it's just a really big canvas. It looks like a really expensive painting, and I love it. And then if I wanted to keep things in my black accented thing, I bought this one. I thought that also would look really great in dioramas. There was other metal that we skipped over. So when I saw the black, these black wrought iron table legs or chair legs, I'll show you that in a second, I was looking for more, and then I saw this and I was like, what is that? That is a chair. Now you do have to bend it if you want to make it more of a chair. And then they do in fact have jute at the Dollar Tree as well. And what I thought to do was to take this bookend, what a display easel is what they call it, and bend it into a better proportion. So this is what to look for at the store. And then I thought about wrapping the jute all around it. No, I thought I was going to do that in this video, but I guess not. We could do that at a later time if you do want instructions. I think what I did was I wrapped around and twisted, and gave me this. And I thought the whole time, I never thought about putting legs on this. I just thought of it as more of a summer sun chair, a deck chair, just this lounging take to the beach chair. If you definitely have to bend the back though, so that there is more of a right angle, but it is the perfect little chair, and I thought it worked well. You could even do a more Asian-inspired room where you sit low to the ground and then you use this as your table, which could totally work. But I also discovered that it wouldn't be so bad as to get another one of these, and you could hot glue that down there. I mean, again, I don't know if I want to. It kind of stays in place without doing it. You can kind of jam it in there if you want, but, you know, for extra protection, we do have this weird, strange lip here on the front part. I don't know how that, it's just, well, I mean, it just adds to the design of the chair, but it would be really easy just to take 4 dabs of hot glue and put that down. I think, I don't know. There's other options too. You could bring in one of these cubes. I love these cubes as, do I have one in the back there using as a coffee table? Yeah, I am using one over there as a table, but you could even put this as a base for a chair. Just some kind of really cool modern design. Very strange little foot section there, but it totally does work as a chair using that as a base. I mean, I try. Sorry for shaking the camera. I don't think there's anything in the scale, 1/6 scale, that would work with these glasses. I don't think I can have a use. I really do try to think outside. I mean, you could do some kind of chandelier perhaps, but I can't really see right now. Maybe I'll have to play with this, but when I do look at things, I do see them. I try to see them in my eye as 1/6 scale. This, I mean, there's all kinds of, you could use it as a garbage can, you could use it as an aquarium, but you can kind of tell it's a glass. There's no transforming it where you can't tell it's a glass. I mean, a side table also, but it does just look like an upside down glass, but it actually could look nice as a little side table. I also love collecting these little things that you can get. I'm not sure if this one might have came from Canada's dollar store, the Diorama, and this one too, but you get things like that all the time. This barrel is from the Dollar Tree. Maybe that could be a nice clear glass table. I don't know. I think that it does look too much like a glass. I'm gonna have to play around with that and try to convince myself that I can't do better. I love these things. Oh, I also got this dress. We'll have to look at that and see what we can do with, I have to see how that fits on my doll. But these bins, unfortunately, I think they stopped making the ones with the slats in the back. I do prefer these, but right now I believe that they're just making the ones with the solid board. I just really like the way that the crates look when they're stacked like this. And I have made furniture, as you can see, with those just by putting, I think it's important to put feet on the bottom. And I have glued together 2 segments so that it can be a low shelf, but then I leave the option of loose ones that I have hanging around just in case I want an extra chair or an extra seat or something. Again, this is my industrial style that I like, so I don't want to paint them or anything, and I love using them just as crates in my loft style apartment. What else do we have here? Did I get? Yeah, so I do like to collect all of these little wooden things. They always have new little wooden things depending on the season, and I do get them all and put them on a shelf, and it's like me collecting my toys, but in a old-fashioned natural way. So it is a shame about these boxes not having the slats, but these still do work pretty well. I mean, there's plenty of uses. I don't like the ones with the holes in the side. They also make them with these, but the hole is too big, and it takes away that extra surface. If you do want to use this as a platform, sometimes I use these as sink pedestals. We'll do more on that one day when we do it in the bath. These things, scrunchies, Not diorama-y, but definitely good for dolls. The scrunchies are always excellent little vests or sweaters for your 1/6 scale. You can do so many things with them. You can even put them in their hair. But I saw this pattern and it was so good for winter. And it's like this 80s pattern that's really, really cool and has so many possibilities. We're going to definitely have to see how it looks with the green dress, which we'll try on. But before we do try that on, let's see what else I got. I couldn't stop myself from buying these dominoes. I don't know how to incorporate these into a space, but I was thinking that they could be tiles on a floor if I do ever want to tile a floor instead of having wood floors. Even though I think in real life I would prefer to have wood floors all around. But you know, the kitchen, the bathroom, tiles make things easier. Less damage happens when you have that going on. So that's the only thing I can think of. These are smaller dominoes. Again, maybe they just look good as decorations on the shelf. But little pieces of black wood. I'm going to have to get back to you on this, but I'm sure that there's something we could do with them. I mean, I could paint every second one of them white and then tile a floor that way. It would be a good subway tile kind of thing. Yeah, these could work. You could even just stagger them on the wall and not paint and just leave the blank spaces for the tiles that you wanted. Yeah, I see some. They could be some black bricks. There's many options. Anyway, this was such a good find. I love anything wooden, and it's painted. And is there a little bit of a design on there? I don't know if there isn't. I don't know if there is a design, but there is a really nice texture. It's probably compressed wood. It's probably not real wood from what I'm seeing, but that texture is even, making me like these more. There is definitely potential there. I'm going to have to get back to you on that. If you have any ideas, please leave them down in the comments below. All right, I showed you those two giant paintings, which I think would look so good. And then we have these things. I do try to avoid using paper in my dioramas. With a foam board, I like things to be a little more permanent, a little more sturdy. So I tend to use glass for my windows instead of plastic. And my walls and floors are all made of real wood. I mean, popsicle sticks, they're real wood. I don't have any problem using those. But I don't like peel and stick paper. I've tried using it. But it was these mats. What do they call these? They call them vinyl top liner. I just thought that the texture of these were great, and also the pattern is kind of old-fashioned. So I think that there's potential here for a wallpaper, even though the pattern on this is really big. A pro tip is you want to look for really tiny, tiny patterns. Oh, and that's one of the things. They have those fabric rolls also at the Dollar Tree, and I did find some really small ones, but I already have a lot of little materials, and I do like to use, if I am going to use a material, I like to use a natural cloth. So I didn't buy one of those. I should have bought an example of something that I liked for this diorama, but there wasn't really something that I would ever use. I think that this style might be a little small, might be a little better. This is this you could use as a floor, or maybe a wall, or maybe even a backdrop for just a photo for Instagram. I do like, and you could roll these out like a real photo studio. That's what they do in a real photo studio. And they'll bend this down, and you'll stand on this part, and this part will be on the wall. So that is also a potential for these things, but you can't go wrong with a classic marble print. This could be the walls. What I was thinking is I could do, maybe not in this room, not in my main diorama space, but sometimes they fill in the middle of the moldings. So I was thinking about cutting out the pieces and sticking them in the middle of where I have the moldings. in some diorama, or I could even do a whole wall. Maybe if it is a bathroom, have a really rich looking wall. But I would, I don't know how I would adhere this. Like I said, you can get drawer liners that are more of a plastic. It was just something about the quality of this and the texture that I liked. I don't know. I think that there's still potential. I think there's something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I do like my idea of just using them as backdrops for photos. That is a possibility. Is this print too big? It might not be. Sometimes, especially in this kind of old-fashioned castle thing that I've got going on, sometimes they would use bold patterns like this. I still see potential. I'm not sure what I'm going to use these for. At the very least, once again, I can use them as a backdrop for a picture. The colors were right. The texture was right. I really liked the texture in these. And the peel and stick part, I guess I would use a glue stick. Hopefully that would work to glue these down. And again, maybe I wouldn't want to do a whole wall, but maybe just tiny little segments under the molding. So I think that pretty much covers it for my haul space and what I like to use. You can see they can also get different sizes of those crates. If you can see in the back there, they sometimes have smaller ones that work very well for end tables too. But we definitely have to try on this dress and see how well this fits. So I have a huge collection. On my other channel, I did do a big, what do they call this, a collection video of all of my Dollar Tree fashions that I'm always disappointed in. But this one looked particularly nice and well made, and I thought I had bring this home and test it out. And to my surprise, now that I've opened it, this does seem to be a winner. Now, all of these things I bought before Christmas, and it was my intention to do this video for Christmas or at least New Year's. I thought this would make a good New Year's dress. I'm really surprised. I don't know if it's supposed to be asymmetrical. You never know. But this one is made much better than any Dollar Tree dress I have ever found. So let's put this holiday sparkly outfit on. I also thought that it fit well into my dioramas because of the colors that I choose. Anytime I have a pop of color, you can see that it is green. If you're wondering what this doll is, it is a Barbie color reveal head on a WWE body. It was bodies, I think 2018 or something, that Mattel made WWE bodies. This is my favorite Mattel dress. Came with a pop star fashion Barbie set. It was really cool set. But let's see how well this dress can fit. So these bodies are a little more curvy than Barbie, but pretty much you can fit the same clothes on the WWE bodies as you can fit on a standard size, original size Barbie body. And it is looking like the dress is fitting well. You know, the Dollar Tree always has really thick pieces of Velcro, and that is a pretty nice dress. It's definitely see-through, but that's what they're doing these days. Nobody's very modest, but it does look good. I'm really impressed by the construction. You can really see that it's constructed very well, and we might as well get our Dollar Tree shawl and see if we can look like $1 million, which I think all of these things look super expensive that I picked up. And yeah, she's got this great holiday outfit. She can even stay a little warm. Again, her boots that I've chosen for her definitely take this dress into a more wintry look. that's a pretty good look for Dollar Tree shopping, I have to say. Yeah, really impressed with this dress. Very, very nice. All right, so this is my second video on this channel, but we definitely are going to be looking more into 1/6 scale and dioramas and the different things that we can do. But that was a good return haul video. To see the latest stuff that I picked up, I do want to show you some thrifty things coming up that I got at thrift stores. Hope you enjoyed this look, and hopefully I inspired you. And remember, I mean, you don't have to necessarily copy anybody's ideas and do what other people do, but take a look at things that you find inexpensively and think about what you could do with them. How could that item look in a 1/6 scale world? All right, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.